Almost every day this week, Kyle's had car problems. Where are we today, Kyle? You made it in today.
I made it in safely. So yesterday, my car was basically stranded. So after work, Scott, my husband, came to pick me up. We went to the parking lot where I had left the vehicle. And we sat there and sort of debated whether or not we could make it or would we have to call a tow truck. Mm-hmm. He's pretty handy, so he was like, I think we can slowly but surely make it to the dealership, which was, I would say, about 20 miles away.
Oh, dang.
Ooh. 15, 20 miles. So we get on the freeway. I'm following in his car behind him because there's no way I'm driving that. Like, he's much better under pressure. Like, for instance, about 3 years ago, he was driving on the freeway and like a construction truck had a steel pipe fly off of it onto the ground and literally go through his windshield and stopped inches from his face. And somehow the guy managed to not get into an accident, right? Mm-hmm. Personally, I get into accidents when that stuff doesn't happen. So I was like, it's all you. So he's driving in front of me. I'm on the phone with him behind him. And he's like, yeah, we got to get off the freeway. The car's overheating. Pull over into a parking lot. And he's like, okay, there's an auto parts place near here. We're going to go get some coolant. And I'm like, got it. So we slowly make our way towards the auto parts place. He puts the coolant in. He's like, all right, cross your fingers, this worked. So I pull up behind him. We start going again, and he pulls over again.
Oh, no.
And we proceeded to do that about every half mile for a good at least 10 miles. Look, open, let the engine cool down a little bit. Drive, make a little bit of progress, let the engine cool down a little bit. And then finally, when we were about a mile away from the dealership, I'm on the phone with him and he's like, well, good news. The engine has cooled down, except now the battery light's on, the check engine light's on, and there's about 4 other alert lights on. And I'm like, okay, we just need to make it one more mile. So we pull up into the service. We made it, right? Uh-huh. And all these lights are on, and I'm just like, I'm a little stressed out because I just know that this is about to be like a very expensive bill. And I'm like, okay, you gotta celebrate the small wins. You gotta appreciate the little things. We made it without having to call a tow truck.
That's money
pretty
right
huge.
there.
So we saved at least $300.
Yep.
Although in the process, we may have done more than that in damage to the car.
Drop it off the dealership. Take your stupid car.
I'm just crossing my fingers. We hear back from them that, maybe it was just like an electrical malfunction
Like,
or
what is
something.
this? What is this? What did you do to this car?
Because the car was telling you, we can't drive, woman.
I know. It's like the service was overdue, all this stuff. So
One
I'm
light's
just like,
scary.
we made it.
All those lights at the same time is frightening.
I
One
know.
light, just a little low tire
Yeah.
light is scary.